you asked me to do.
No, I
That's it.
do not. No,
yes, I do. Email me.
I'm asking you, number one.
As a matter of fact.
Where is the contract for the
As a matter of fact.
Number two, where is the contract?
You never receive my emails. You never receive your mail.
Change my paycheck.
You always say.
To paycheck.
Well, as the borough manager in a dysfunctional government, I have to make administrative decisions that are in the best interest of this town, that save these taxpayers money. I have cut your payroll expenses in half, but you're going to sit there and complain. You can't get anything done at a council meeting because you can't control the meeting. So, you can't control it. Your meetings are dysfunctional.
When I deal with a dysfunctional person like you, they will be dysfunctional.
Show me what I do that's dysfunctional.
You edit your tape.
I what?
You edit your tape.
I don't edit tapes.
You show how you act like an ass standing up here at the last meeting.
I didn't show that?
No, you
That's
not.
on YouTube.
Oh, it is.
Yes, it is.
But we're going to go back, so don't try to, let's get back to where the contract is.
Let's get back to where the contracts are. I've given you the RCN contract. I've given you the paycheck contract. You don't want them. You refuse to sign them. You refuse to sign them.
Go get them right now.
No.
Because you don't have them.
No. You know why? I am sick and tired. I had to get Freddie to sign the lease for the Colwyn Commons because you refused. You refused to sign the resolutions.
Tell me why only two people.
Can you get on with the business of the meeting for once? Can you do something for the good of this town?
Tell me why.
Tell you why what?
Why is it only Dan Rutland and Paula Brown on our paycheck?
On your paycheck?
The council person.
Because that's an automatic signature. The same reason why it was only Tonette and Martha on the paychecks.
Co-enforcer on paycheck.
That's
payroll.
She said because he was the only one here. He was here.
What is the problem with that?
There's a big problem.
You have five. You have. Let me tell you something. You're under investigation. You're under investigation. Martha's under investigation. Do you think they should be on the signatures? No. It's Freddie, Jesse, Paul, Dan, and myself. 5 people. 3 have to sign the checks. 3. Because we're not going to do what you did. We're not going to do that. There are no more credit cards. Your debit card out the window. Her debit card out the window. We will not operate like that. Will not. Will not. No town should ever have a credit card. No town.
Why don't you mention mine was never activated?
How do you know? How do I know that?
Because I cut it the hell up. That's
You did? You did?
Yes.
So then you're admitting that you did have one. You told me you never even saw
I didn't tell
it.
you anything.
Yes, you did.
Paula, you were sorry.
Yes, you did. You told me you didn't even know they applied for one.
I did apply for one.
Okay? Who applied for Marguerite Thomas 7 months after she left office?
Probably you did.
I did? I did?
You came here 35 years, you never had a brand new car, but you worked for Colwyn.
This is Colwyn business. No, it's Colwyn business.
Do you know what my household salary is?
Oh, please.
Do you?
Mine's below 0.
Okay?
We're gonna move on this.
I don't think that's any of your business.
Jesse's out here. Does anybody want to read it after Jesse?
Y'all want to know what your household salary is? This is case all the time. Just let me.
All right.
Go
ahead, Paul.
Tony,
All right.
if you wanna leave.
Chairman Brundage announces there will be a street closing of the 200 block of Chestnut Street on December 20th from 6 to 8 p.m. for the New Life Bible Fellowship Church to have their annual tree lighting. Everyone is invited. B, Chairman Brundage announces 4 applicants have passed background checks and are finishing up their physical and psychological testings. Resumes have been submitted to council. Provisional hiring of the applicants will take place on December the 11th, 2014 at the council meeting. Chairman Brundage will opens up to the audience for comments on public safety.
Public safety.
I can't wait for that.
Go ahead.
I was just not here for any, I'm here for peace. As part of the New Life Bible Fellowship members and a community member of Colwyn, according to Line A, we did request for the street to be locked off for our tree lighting. And it is open to the community. I have letters for the entire council as a personal invitation to each one of you and for our community and it's for the community to come to our first annual Community Christmas Tree Festival. We're trying to contact, if somebody can help me with who I can contact for the Colwyn comments. We'd like to see if the tree leaders could come out. I'm not sure who is in charge of that.
I can give you that information.
Okay, because I have a letter for them. So that's all I have to say. I just would like to invite you guys to come out at the community.
Thank you.
To our tree presentation. And we'd like to have the Colwyn comments.
Is Mariah Carey gonna be there like the one on TV the other night?
Who?
Mariah Carey, she was on TV when they did the Christmas tree.
Mariah Carey was on
On a Friday, I think.
Right, thank you, Susan.
Okay, then, there's a question on this here. I have, a comment on the hiring of, I guess this is our police officers.
Mm-hmm.
Is this in our budget?
Yes.
Yeah, it's under the part-time line.
So we have money to hire officers? How many officers are we hiring? Mr. Lesher?
It says 4, but I haven't interviewed anyone, and I won't vote for somebody I don't personally interview. I mean, I won't vote for, if they put 4 pieces of paper under my nose, and I can't look, especially a police officer in the eye, I'm not gonna vote for them. That's how I feel. Okay? That's how I feel, because I think with the way our police department's going now, we have, the community's really happy with the police department for the first time since God knows when. People in this town haven't been getting thugged by the cops. You know?
But we do need more cops.
We do need more cops
There's been a
because
shortage
what
of
happened
police
is,
officers.
and no, believe me, I'm not for any full-time police officers. I'm not for anybody getting in the FOP. I'm not for even having the FOP here. And maybe someday we can figure out how to get rid of them. You know?
My
But
question to you again, if we're hiring 4 officers and we're lowering the taxes.
yeah, but these hours, it's revenue neutral, Pat, because
Save money
we're
that way,
paying,
overtime.
we're paying people now to work them hours.
Overtime.
Okay, we're paying people now to work them hours because there's so many hours it's getting paid. And all these guys are gonna be doing, instead of somebody getting 40 hours a week, he might get 30 and the other guy might get 10. That's why it's revenue neutral. You know, that's a true answer to revenue neutral, not somebody sticking 120 grand in their pocket.
Are the
You
4
see
people
what
from
overtime
Colwyn?
too, Fred.
What's that?
Are the 4 people from Colwyn?
Who's that?
The officers you guys are.
If somebody from Colwyn wants to be a police
Wherever they
officer,
come from, we can't decide, you know,
Well,
Angie.
how do you,
They didn't know.
I didn't bring these people, I haven't interviewed them yet.
but I'm saying, another question, I can answer that too. It was brought up at a meeting that I was supposed to be in on interviews, and so far, I have not been advised about any interviews. I came to the Borough Hall one day, and there were several people that were leaving the hall from doing interviews, and I was not one of them.
I personally know that we had cops that were
There's
from.
only one council person that is interviewing officers.
We previously had police officers from the Delaware County, and they were down here, and they might have treated everybody out in media real nice. But when they came to Colwyn, they're absolute thugs. Okay, so I want to be able to look any cop in the eye and interview him. If they can't sit across from me and interview me, I won't vote for him. I don't care what the rest of the council wants to do, because I think our police department right now, with, you know, you talk about community policing, we finally have it. We didn't have it when they brought the police department back in 1997 under Chief Hills. It wasn't community policing. But now under Chief Hills we have community policing. I don't know if it's a different structure to council or just the guys that we have now. Because before, they were told by the president of the council not to get to know anybody. This was back in '97 when they brought the police back. They were told not to get to know anybody, and everybody in Colwyn's a lowlife. And I haven't had one of them rush through my house one time. So You know, these guys are all Delaware County Park Police that were down here acting like
Delaware
thugs.
County are already police officers.
Well, there were police officers there, they must have treated everybody up there, but they took their frustrations out on the poor people down here.
Okay, but my question is this, can you live in Colwyn and apply?
Yeah, sure you
Yeah,
can.
yes,
We
you
used
can,
to,
yeah.
when I was a kid, the chief was
I'm
from.
asking, where do you get the application? Where do you?
great. You never know.
Yeah, we had, everybody, there was a cop lived in Colwyn. The school teachers all lived in Colwyn. But it's a different kind of a world now,
Yep.
you know?
I understand all that. I'm just, thank you.
Borough Hall, the police station.
I'm asking, was it advertised somewhere? Did you
Oh,
miss
yeah, it was
Is in the paper?
advertised.
Is it,
Fred,
was
who was
it,
advertised at, Fred?
how does
Yeah.
Colwyn community know when these jobs are available?
They never know.
How do we know when they're president,
Well,
Madam
it's been ready to
President?
answer.
Usually on the website too.
I'm asking.
They have interviewed almost, not interviewed, but over 20 people. You find something funny, Kim?
Yes, because she asked Matt President and you talking.
Well, because I'm here. It's my
She
job.
said the president.
It's my job. Over 20 people have applied for this. Where they got the applicants is, you go out to the police academy, you tell the police academy graduates, once they graduate, come down to Colwyn, fill out an application. They've had numerous applications on file here for the last year. I'd say over 50 applications of people that, every day people apply here all the time. Not just, and this is at all police stations. Especially when you have your graduating classes every 3 months from
I
Act
understand
120,
what you're saying.
they go to
I'm
every department and apply. So we don't have to spend the money to advertise because everybody comes here all the time, okay?
Word of mouth.
So, but in order to be a police officer, you have to be Act 120 certified and you have to
I
have
know
all
all
your.
that, I was just
Right,
wondering.
and I don't believe there is anyone in Colwyn at this present time that is Act 120 certified.
How do you
But if
know?
you know of
How
someone.
would they know, though? I'm saying, how
Well,
would they?
you normally come up to your police station, say you hire and let me put in an application. We always take applications, but then there's a long process once the application is put through. It's 2 applications they have to fill out. They have to fill out a 15-page questionnaire plus the application.
Who did the
Then they gotta
background
go through the entire background process.
Who did that?
So, what happens is your chief of police, you're qualified, certified
Chief of police
law
and
enforcement
public safety
officials,
director.
your chief and your lieutenant sit down and they interview. Your chairman of public safety and your mayor sit down and they watch the interview and they can ask questions. Once you go through that and you weed out everyone and you have only those that are qualified, then they will be presented to the council. They've already had all their resumes given to them, okay?
Yeah, I
Only
don't
4
believe
so
they-
far. Now, we've been a little dysfunctional here, and it's very embarrassing to invite these applicants here to our meetings. So, before the 11th, if council gets its act together, they may be able to sit down and talk with these 4 qualified applicants that have made it this far. But the thing that's going to be voted on is for provisional hiring, which means they're not going to be hired right away. It's provisional. Upon completion, I think the only thing they have left now is the psychological and part of the vision test, I believe. Now, if they pass that, then you've got your 4 bona fide. And by that time, council will have met them. They have their resumes, they can ask them questions, then they hire them. And to answer your question about can we afford it, 2013, we paid $508,189. They afforded it in 2013.
Okay.
This year, okay, we will only spend $263,058, which is a savings of $171,008. Now, and that is with paying loads of overtime. So the figure that's in the budget for the part-time officers, we will be able to stay within that, and it may even be a little bit less because what we're spending now is 20, 30 hours of overtime of pay because we're short. Now that we won't be short, we won't be paying time and a half. we'll be paying a regular salary. So the figure will come down. So yes, we can very well afford it.
Okay, so can we just reverse that just a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when you sat there and you said, after they go through all this testing, blah, 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 you'll bring it to council, which you just lied, because at our last council meeting, you tried to hire those 3 officers.
Provisionally.
Did anyone outside of Jesse Brundage and Mayor Blue see these officers?
Not yet, because look at the way our meeting ended the last
I
time.
haven't.
Come on,
have
you
it.
know?
haven't.
But we're gonna bring them up for hiring, but we're dysfunctional.
Well,
You're the
you know,
chief dysfunctionist.
it's kind of embarrassing to bring them here. Every other town, you bring them here, you introduce them, and things go peaceful.
Oh, that's me. Hold on.
Ray, you're up,
Hold
buddy.
on, I'm up again.
Municipal
All right, let
service,
me shade you. Committee.
page 2.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Okay, on page 2. Hold on. Okay. Oh, in the middle. There you go. All right, we're going to talk about the trash collection. We're going to put that out to bid, Pat. Me and you and Mr. McBlain talked about the trash collecting thing. I think we ought to put that out to bid to stop any type of argument about anything.
But before, Mr. McLean, does this budget have to be done by December 31st?
Yes.